like having tea. Like I close my eyes and they're having tea parties.
Oh,
they're
with their teddies.
with their little teddy bears. And,
Yeah, we're just like, here we are. This is our family. This is what we're proud of.
I have no genetic connection, and I actually decided that I want to keep it.
So they gave it. Have you actually
Maybe.
booked the date?
Yeah.
Is it booked?
Yeah.
Okay, we booked the date.
We booked the date.
Hello, my darling. Welcome back to our channel. I'm Francis.
And I'm Stuart.
And we are two dads living in London with our beautiful son, Rio, who is turning 1 next week.
We cannot believe that we've actually got a 1-year-old. Can you even believe it?
I
Today
know.
is actually Dolly's birthday, so you're free.
Yeah,
Feel
let's
free.
go in screen.
Dolly.
She's our firstborn.
This is our firstborn. She's 11 today.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday,
Francis
darling.
bought her these really smelly fish.
Can you smell it now?
No, I can't, but I gave her one today.
Oh, I gave one as well.
She was so happy.
I know, she loves it. It's really good for bones.
I was like, oh my god, why? She sniffed it first of all, and I was like, surely, if you're gonna sniff, it stinks.
Can you believe it? We got Dolly like a year into our relationship. That's how we knew. We just knew that it was gonna be forever.
I used to work on reception at Soho House, and I used to, every single night, 'cause I used to work until 3 AM, and I used to get quieter, obviously, the later during the night. And so when it started to get a little bit quieter, I used to go on to the internet and just look at
Google puppies.
and where to find different puppies. Because our friend had a little Yorkshire Terrier, and we really wanted the same. And so she has been the best part
Of our life.
one of the best parts, but it's just been such a wholesome experience, isn't it?
It has been the best.
You've learned how to look after someone in this
Yeah,
moment.
Donnie's taught me how to look after someone. So before we get started with this video, please like and subscribe to our channel. We love that you're here. We love that you're here every week. We post every Sunday, and we also do daily shorts as well. So we've got loads of content. And coming up, we have, obviously, Rio's birthday, which I think is gonna be an epic video. And then coming up after that, we have Vlogmas. Can you believe it? We're talking about Christmas already.
It's crazy. I feel like it's Dolly's birthday. If you don't like and subscribe today, you're a bad person.
You're a bad person.
It's what she'd want.
So let's get cracking with this video. So today we are answering all the questions that you've asked us about this process. So
On our Instagram.
last week we announced our surrogate Carly for baby number 2, which was a big announcement, and so many of you have watched our video and sent us love. We're just so thrilled that you're kind of behind us so much. But yeah, we just wanted to ask your questions because I know surrogacy is a big topic. There isn't much, I don't feel like there's a lot of information out there or full transparency. We want to be just as transparent as we can be.
I think more and more there is becoming more people doing it in the UK, which is so amazing. And so you can, as a young boy, just be able to see that would be fantastic. But I just want to talk you through this whole experience.
First question, do you want a boy or a girl?
I would like a girl.
Same here. We just feel like obviously we've got one boy. The perfect scenario would be to have a girl.
She is going to literally rule the roost though, because it's like the only girl in the house apart from Dolly.
I love it when girls rule.
We love strong, independent women.
Independent women. It's all about that. And I feel like it would balance our house out because right now it's just Dolly leading the female camp. You know what? I actually always envisioned having a girl first, but it's worked out perfectly. Yeah.
That's so interesting.
Yeah, I always did. I felt like I meet some couples that just want boys, but I definitely love a girl.
Yeah.
That leads to the next question. Do you already know the gender of these embryos?
No. Well, yeah. So we know the gender of the embryo, but of course anything can happen. Maybe the embryo that we put in might not take, and so it's still, we're hoping situation. It's not like this is definitely going to happen, because what we learned from last time is that you can try and control this process as much as you can, but actually it's impossible. You can't.
Also, what we learned from last time is what you want to do from our doctors, they said, is you want to use the strongest embryo.
Yeah.
So we're going to use the strongest embryo. Someone asked, will you be okay with twins? Obviously. And also someone else asked, are you going to put in 2 embryos like last time?
So no to the first question. Do you...
What do you mean, you not be okay with twins?
No, sorry. No to we're going to put 2 embryos in.
Okay.
We're not going to put 2 embryos in. But if we had twins, I mean... I would probably die.
It would be hilarious. We're already thinking how we're going to manage with 2 in general, but I feel like what's going to actually happen
I would quite like it though, because it's just
the drama.
It will add to the anticipation.
I feel bad for Carly though.
Yeah, that's a lot.
But you know what I feel like what will happen is, this is what my gut says, is that I feel like Stuart, it will kind of focus on Rio, because Rio, you're gonna really coming into your own. I'm probably a bit better at doing the early baby stuff. I just hear every cry, every stir, every breath. So I'll be focusing on the young baby, and Stuart will be taking Rio. He's the best fun, and he's gonna love having a sibling.
You will love it.
Dolly's not gonna love it. How did you find your surrogate, and do you have a contract?
We found our surrogate via her messaging me on Instagram. I've known her for about 5 or 6 years, and she was just the most beautiful person, and she's like a friend of a friend, and so I didn't know her too well, but I knew that she was just like the most gorgeous person. Yeah, so she messaged me on Instagram, and then literally I couldn't stop thinking about her, and so I knew she was the one. In terms of having a contract, we do have a contract, but I don't really feel like the contract really holds.
It doesn't hold
much
by
in
law.
the UK.
No, it doesn't.
Like if Carly changes her mind and says, actually, you know what, I want a 4th child, and I want that's not related to my husband.
Or me.
Or me.
It's so awkward, isn't it?
I have no genetic connection, and I actually decided that I want to keep it.
So they gave it.
So we're
She would have been every right to. That's where the law stands right now.
But I feel like we could say to her, listen, we've got 10 more embryos. Just have one of those.
I think there would be so much backlash. I don't think it'd be worth it.
No, she wouldn't do that.
No, she wouldn't do that.
And she's not coming into this situation for that
No,
at all.
she doesn't want another baby.
But we have got a contract in place, because in the US they require you to have a contract. So we have written and signed a contract for the US. But in terms of the UK law, as much as it's kind of like a guideline of where we both stand, it doesn't really hold very much weight.
Yeah, and I'm not entirely sure what's in the full contract, but I know what there's certainly...
You signed it.
I know, but...
Well, you should have read it. I know exactly what's in it.
Perfect, you tell us what's in it.
What, you want to go through the whole contract?
No, okay.
Okay, it starts off.
Lead me to my next thought. My next thought is there are certain things that we do need to discuss and make sure that we discuss before the pregnancies. Like what happens if pregnancy isn't a viable pregnancy, or something develops wrong, or something like that?
That's in the contract.
Perfect. So things there are, I knew that was in there. But
And she signed it.
Yeah, so what have we agreed in that situation if something goes wrong with the pregnancy?
If something goes wrong, my whole focus whilst Carly is pregnant is that Carly is safe, and she is well, and she is happy, and all those kind of things. So whatever is the best situation for Carly in that situation, I'll always lean into. As much as we'll probably be emotionally involved, I want Carly to be safe. And so if there is a problem with the pregnancy and she, for any reason, needs to have an abortion, then that's what we'll have to go with.
Yeah. Why are you using a different surrogate this time?
So, having a baby, I don't know if you've had one before, but having a baby is quite a lot. Having a baby for someone else is also quite a lot, and I feel like our first surrogate did an amazing job, but there was never any pressure on her to do a second journey. And so she decided that she didn't want to do one, and so we were like, great, let's find a new surrogate. And I had this gut feeling that it would come and it would be fine, and I wouldn't have to like search too hard, and that's exactly what happened. And so I just kept putting us out there, and
I never, same as what like Stuart said, I never expected it to be the same person again, and I know that does happen for some gay couples out there or other couples, but yeah, we just start to look, and it just
we are in a very fortunate position though, because I shouldn't imagine many people would have 2 different friends offering to be their surrogate. Like that is mind-blowing. So I do feel so super grateful, and I know that that's not everyone's situation. So I know if you're in a frustrated place, the only thing I can say is frustration pulls it away further from you. So if you're watching this video and you're thinking, oh God, why can't I find a surrogate? Try and release that a little bit more and be like, right, I know someone's out there that will carry our baby. I just need to do the work to find that person, because
it's so interesting, because when you just analyze what you just said, your goal, the end goal is the same thing, but it's just how you feel leading up to that goal. You can choose how you feel. You can either, being in a frustrated, stressed state, we all live in that state at some point, that's a lesson for me, it's gonna happen anyway, so don't be stressed about it.
Don't
worry, be happy.
Be happy. But yeah, I understand that there's so many emotions wrapped around having a baby, but just keep focused on the end goal. That's what I've always done, just kept focused on the 2 of the little babies, having the best time, like having tea, like I close my eyes and they're having tea parties. They're
with their teddies.
With their little teddy bears, and they're doing that. I've got it on my vision board. They're sipping hot chocolate through 2 different straws.
He hasn't had a baby chino yet.
He hasn't had a baby chino.
Can't wait for him to have
Not
that.
even one yet.
How did you know that she was the one?
Oh,
I knew within seconds, and I didn't know Carly as well as Stuart did, But I literally got on the phone to her, and within 10 seconds, I was like, 100%, I just knew. And as soon as we hung up the phone, I was like, yeah, she's the one. It's just this energy, like she as a person, obviously she's got a great family setting, she's got 3 boys, she's had a great pregnancy, so all the things that the medical things that matter.
She gave birth in 20 minutes.
Yeah,
She didn't even get time to go to the hospital last time. She
Oh,
gave
dear.
birth on her bathroom floor. Not sure I'm a fan of that.
No, but all those things are fantastic, but it was her energy about her. She is calm, she works on herself, she's mindful. She's actually just recently did a what kind of course is it? NLT or something?
NLP.
NLP, that's it. She's doing I just feel like she aligns with us.
Yeah,
and who we
this
are.
whole process is a real mind game, and you're growing a baby for somebody else inside your womb. It's a lot to be able to have the confidence to go, do you know what, I could do that without actually fully knowing that you can do it, because you've never experienced it before. And so you have to be very strong-minded. And also what I find in the surrogacy process is that there are going to be people that do not understand, especially in today's world. And so there are going to be people that are going to be really try and put you off and say, oh, why would you do that? What were you thinking? And so you have to be strong enough to go, actually, I've made the decision for myself, and I think it's the right decision for me. And so that takes a lot of strength as well. So you have to
and that could come from like a really close friend or a family member. You just don't know it.
And these people aren't bad people. They're just just projecting their
fear
thoughts
and worries,
fears and worries onto you, or a surrogate, or the surrogate. So you just have to be, if you're looking into surrogacy and to be a surrogate, you just have to be really strong-minded. And so when I spoke to Carly, and I obviously know Carly very well, I knew that she had that inner strength and that compassion and understanding and just a calm nature that what me and Francis really gel with. We just love a woman that for our surrogate is just calm.
But also I feel like I trust that she'd be really able to communicate how she feels.
Yeah.
And we've already had that conversation, like let's be open about everything, because we don't want there to be any kind of tension or anything. And there are lots of stories out there in the surrogacy kind of journeys where that does happen, and I just think that is it's either side wanting to be loved or having a fear or something. So I just feel like, I just know we'll be okay.
We never had any of that in our first one, and I don't think we will have in this one either, because our intention is that we always want Carly's best interest.
Yeah.
So you're never going to have an argument if your thought process is the same.
Yeah. How long will it take from this stage?
We don't know is the answer.
No.
So obviously we'll put the embryo in December, and then hopefully 9 months later there will be a baby.
Have you actually booked the date?
Yeah.
Is it booked?
Yeah.
Okay, we booked the date. We booked the date!
Booked the day. We're just booking the flights on Monday.
Wow!
With Virgin.
Yay! Thank you, Virgin.
We love Virgin.
Honestly. Yeah, so
yeah,
if it works, it then is pretty much normal pregnancy. It's like 9 months, so September. That's what happens. If it doesn't work, like how will we be? We've not experienced that. That will be a new thing for us to experience. So what is the timeline to go again?
I kind of always protect my heart in these situations though. I kind of have this kind of barrier that allows me to not emotionally attach too soon, and that's what I found even via Sam's pregnancy. The whole way through I was just like, there's a lot of things that go through your mind that this couldn't work, this could happen or whatever. And so as it obviously progressed and went further and further down the line, I was more invested. But I found myself at the beginning not allowing myself to invest as hard because I wanted to protect my heart.
Yeah, I remember that so clearly now. It's coming back to me about how you were. You were really, and you didn't let that off to me at the beginning, because when we went to our 6-week scan, we found out, that it was only 1 embryo. And prior to that, we'd been talking about 2, maybe talking about twins, and I'd allowed myself to get a bit carried away in the process and started kind of thinking about two babies. And it was when we did the scan and there was 1 heartbeat, one very clear heartbeat, which makes me emotional thinking now that was Rio, but I went straight to fear and lack, and I didn't go, wow, we have 1 embryo. And that's what I've learned about this process. I'm just gonna be just more calmer, and but you taught me that last time.
Yeah, because you were so upset, and I was just like, hey, we've got 1 heartbeat. That is like, what else could we want?
Yeah.
Like, that is amazing. Yes, it's not too like we thought could happen, but why are we trying to control this?
Yeah.
Why why are we not just celebrating the fact that actually it took? Like, that is insane.
Do you feel more prepared for this journey?
I feel more calm.
Yep.
I feel less intense about the outcome because I just feel like I'm just excited. I know that we're gonna have a baby, 100%. Whether it's this time round, next time round, I kind of think it will take first time, but I'm also open to the fact that it might not. It's huge, the odds are hugely in our favor.
Yeah.
It's like 87% to take, so that's huge. So I feel more calm this time. I feel like I'm excited to experience all the firsts again.
Yeah.
And I actually have this thing inside of me, which I probably should like look into a bit more. But I'm like, I feel a little bit sad this could be the last of the lasts, but last of the first. I have that thing inside me going, oh my God, it's a Robin. I have this thing inside of me thinking, oh my God, it's really sad. This is my last first.
Getting pregnant.
I
wanted to do this every year.
I know, I really like.
I know, it is a special
I
thing.
just loved Rio so much and all the first moments. And we're gonna get to experience that one more time with a different character and a different person. But like, this is could be
Who
the
says
last
we only
time.
have 2 babies then? Maybe we need more. We need the Von Trapp family over here.
But it is sad when you think about that.
I feel like for me, I will associate the embryo with a person sooner, the way I felt with Rio, so I feel I will be more connected. I felt last time, obviously Sam was living in Wrexham, we were down here, there were many opportunities for me to feel quite disconnected to actually being pregnant, and I have some regrets around that because I feel like I could have, I don't know, just got in the zone a bit more, but
What could you have done differently?
I don't know, I just think it's a spiritual kind of
A
feeling.
spiritual thing.
Yeah, a spiritual thing.
I think you did everything you could for Sam.
Yeah, no, it's more just something personal. I feel I'd be more connected. I feel more prepared and less obviously scared about how to deal with a baby and all those kind of, you know, we were doing all this preparation, making all this content, going, we're having a baby, and I had no idea what I was going to be like with a baby, and I know that I'm going to be good at it. I know we're both good at it, being parents. So I suppose, yeah, I do feel more prepared. Okay, so on a lighter note, do you have any names yet? This is really hard.
Is the answer. Not yet.
No.
I haven't even got one that I'm like, it
No.
could be a maybe.
We do.
With Rio, we just knew straight away, but...
We love boy names. There's so many cool boy names that we like.
And it's funny because everyone always says we're going to have 2 boys. All the sidekicks that we speak to
sugar.
and all the people that we know. So maybe that's the reason why we are good at getting boys' names.
Yeah.
Because
But
I know what my boy, if it was a boy, I know what the boy would be called.
What we also like is the unisex names, so they could go either way, so that's cool.
Yeah. I 100% know what the boy would be called though. If we have a boy, I know what he'd be called.
Really?
I haven't spoken to you about that.
Oh, you've got to tell me off camera. Whisper in my ear. Yeah. I thought you were going to say something like that.
Did you?
That or the other version, basically.
Oh yeah.
You like that. What's your favourite thing about Rio?
My favourite thing about Rio is that when he sees you, he has the biggest smile, like he hasn't seen you for ages. Like when you bring him in the morning and he's like, comes sees me, he's like, ah!
I know.
It just gets so, I just love that. It's just so amazing.
I love his character and his temperament. He's fun, he's cheeky, he loves to laugh, he loves to music, he loves dance, he loves shows, but he's also really laid back and really easygoing. So he's like all those things. He's got that drive and energy, but also like just really cool. And
like we were dancing for him this morning in the kitchen. He was just sat there laughing.
Yeah.
It was just so nice.
He's also obviously really good at sleeping and eating and all those things. So everyone always says like, oh, baby two's gonna test you. They're gonna be different. So
What I've learned from my friend Dina, if you're watching this, Dina, is that so she said that everyone said that to her too, and she's got 2 amazing kids that they're just both the same.
Yeah, perfect.
Easygoing, fabulous kids.
Don't need to take on other people's perceptions of things.
That's what we've learned throughout our whole life.
Yeah. What made you want to start a family? So I feel like we got to this place in our relationship where, you know, Stuart and I have been working really hard for the last 10 years to get to this point where we can even afford to do surrogacy and start a family. But we had a really nice life. We were going on multiple holidays a year, hustling, had so many friends, going out and doing all those things. But I felt like we were coming to this place in our relationship, in our life, where we just wanted more. We wanted something with a bigger purpose and a bigger meaning. And obviously, you know, our friends around us were starting to have children. And although I never necessarily felt broody at any point, like I've always liked children, but I was like happy to give them back. It's not quite the same feeling as it is to have your own baby, but I just felt like I wanted more. But I didn't know that. I can communicate that now. I feel like Stuart probably would have felt the vision of that. I was probably just still living kind of more day to day. But from having him, I 100% know that like he's taught me so much about myself, how I feel, and just he's just changed my world around in the best possible way. I've always been happy, but when I look back at myself, that even a year ago, I'm like, wow, I've grown so much through being a dad and from having him in my life. So yeah, I just feel like he's the best thing that's ever happened to me.
Yeah, I think I was online and I was looking at these celebrities like Neil Patrick Harris and his husband, like Jemiah and Nate Brent. I just looked at them and I was like, they look like they are really wholesome, solid people, and I would just love to experience that love that I can see they've got for their kids.
Yeah.
And I watched an Oprah thing where she went round to
their house,
and we watched it. Remember, that was years ago.
Yeah.
And those kind of little moments really cemented in my head of like, okay, I do want this. I would love to experience this because
I would also love Oprah to come around our house.
Oh my god, Oprah, if you're there,
if you want to come round, you're so invited.
You're so invited. But I remember, do you remember that? So
yeah, I do really remember that. I just remember they also had all their dogs and just like that flurry of activity and energy that we always loved that in a house. But for that to be in our family with our dogs and our kids, like that's the next level of life really. And that was always so inspiring. And we didn't know what we were gonna be like as dads until obviously we had the baby. And I just feel like we've like settled into this role in our relationship. I just love when we go out together and there's like this gang of us. It feels so amazing and I can't wait to add to that gang. And yeah, we're just like, here we are, this is our family, this is what we're proud of, and we set our traditions. And you know, like it was getting to like Christmas or these, and you're like, oh, here we are on Christmas again, this is boring without kids. But now it's like, oh, it's so exciting, we get to do all the kid stuff. And we've been pumpkin picking, I mean, you've seen from all our content, we've done all the things that you should do with kids, things we never would have done. We might have gone out to have drinks and then been hungover the next day. It's just not as fun.
It's not as fun.
It's just not as fun. Even if it's like constant 7, 6 a.m.s, I'd rather do that.
Yeah.
So that's it, really.
What's the question? Do you know what? Do you know what I was thinking in that moment?
What?
Oh, I was thinking back to the question that I was speaking about how many kids do you want? And I was thinking, oh god, maybe I want twins.
That's a discussion we need to have off camera. Thank you so much for watching this Q&A. If you've got any other questions that we haven't answered, please put them in the comment section below or message us on Instagram and we'll make sure we answer them at some point.
We just want to say also, you mean so much to us, like watching these videos and commenting and just taking the time to peer into our lives means so much to us because we absolutely love creating these videos and we love kind of like explaining a different style of maybe lifestyle. And I'm just so grateful that you're also like complimentary and honestly so kind. It means the world to us.
And we met one of our followers 2 days ago and he just said some wonderful things about our content. He said, keep doing what you're doing. And it just inspired me because obviously creating content takes time and it takes time away from maybe other things we could be doing. But
kissing and cuddling.
But I just know we're here for a bigger purpose. So thank you. If you haven't done it already by the end of this video, please like and subscribe to our channel and maybe give us a super like. And there's a bell that you can press basically that you get to know about our content first, straight away, as soon as it comes out.
Every day.
Next week is Rio's birthday.
So you're gonna see the preparations for Rio's birthday. It's gonna be the best video that you've ever seen in your entire lives.
And you will be blown away by what both our mums have done for this party.
I know, it is amazing.
It's amazing. And then after that, next week, the following week, we'll actually give you the birthday video and then you can see everything that happened. Oh, I'm excited. We love you so much.
We love you.
Have a great
week. Bye!
Bye. Today is a very special person's birthday. Dolly was born 11 years ago today. How beautiful she is. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Dolly. Happy birthday to you. Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Hip hip. Hooray! Right, Dolly, we've got you some gifts. Oh my gosh! Some balls!